Hey loves, welcome back to my channel, and as you can tell by the title of the video, this one's basically a get to know me tag, but with a bit of a twist. So I ask people to ask me questions through Curious Cat, so I don't know who asked what, so everything's anonymous. I'm not gonna go through all the questions I got, purely because I don't want the video to be too long like my previous video when I was reintroducing myself. So I'm gonna get straight into it. Before I forget, thank you so much if you're a returning subscriber. I really appreciate your support. It's been a journey and a half. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. Go to my questions. Here they are. So the first one says, what's your full name? My full name is Guguletu Figile. I'm not a fan of the name Figile for myself. I like it on other people, but I think the reason why I don't like it for myself is because it's hardly a name that's ever used. So it's very weird when somebody gets a hold of my ID or whatever and then they see the name Figile and then start saying Figile. It's sort of like, who's that? But yeah, Guguletu Figile Mkhize. 2, do you have any piercings or tattoos? So I have piercings on my ears, and I got these when I was a baby. I'm terrified of getting piercings, which is weird because I have a tattoo, so on my back. So I don't know how that works, but I don't think I'll get another piercing, and I'm very thankful to my mom for having done these when I was a baby, and not having put me through that trauma, trauma that I can remember. But in terms of a tattoo, yes, I have a tattoo on my back. Your favorite series? My favorite series right now, I have so many series that I absolutely love, like Breaking Bad, Pretty Little Liars, what else? Designated Survivor. But right now what I'm watching is Travelers. It's like super interesting, and I watch my series on Netflix because when I travel it's a little bit difficult to sort of watch what it is that I watch at home in terms of DSTV and whatnot. So I do a lot of Netflix, and Travelers is on Netflix, and it's amazing. It's got 3 seasons so far, and I'm at the end of season 2. So I'm about to start season 3. How do you know so many soccer players? That's such a weird one. I think the fact that this whole questions and answers thing was anonymous is the reason why I got this question. How do I know so many soccer players? So I don't know so many soccer players, but I do know a few soccer players. And how I know them is I'm into styling and importing, and a lot of my customers are soccer players. That's how I know them, and they all know each other, believe it or not. So when one asks the other, where did you get that, or who helped you style this, or whatever the case may be, they'll sort of recommend me to somebody else. So that's how I'll meet one soccer player and then meet the other, and then meet the other. And usually it's sort of like friends, maybe somebody who was in the previous team, or a friend in the current team. That's how I know so many soccer players, as the question says. But on the real, that's how I know them. No, I don't watch soccer. I don't really understand soccer. So, have you ever been in love? You know, there were several times when I thought I was in love, but then at the end of the day realized that I wasn't in love as I thought I was in love. But do I know what love feels like? Yes, I do. Love in terms of love from a like somebody you're in a relationship with, not like a family member or something like that. Yes, I have been in love. Well, I know the feeling of being in love, but the times when I thought I was in love, it didn't work out. I don't know if that makes sense, but yes and no kind of thing. So yes, I've been in love, but know it wasn't the right time for me to be in love. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Favorite food. I absolutely live for pasta, but my favorite one is a pasta from Doppio Zero. It's called Frutti di Mare, and I love having it with spaghetti. It is just that go-to meal when you have upset me, or you've wronged me, or you're trying to ask me for something that you know I'll say no to, but you still want to try, when you're reaching. That's the meal that puts me in a good mood. And when I'm eating it, you could be talking to me and I'll just be like, because it is just something else. And I like, they all taste different. Like if you go to one Doppio Zero, it doesn't really taste the same as the other. My favorite Doppio Zero would be the one in Pine Slopes. Their one tastes amazing. It's the best thing ever. Describe yourself using one word. Diva. I'm a very, very straightforward person. I'm like this all the time. Actually, I should maybe change the word from diva to spicy. Like, I'm hella spicy. I have clapbacks for everything. I have a sharp tongue. And I just generally say what's on my mind. And a lot of the time I know you're supposed to have like a filter, but sometimes my filter tends to have a malfunction and things just slip out and then I have people looking at me sideways because of me being so spicy. So I think spicy would be the best word to describe me, but spicy in a nice way, not spicy as in total bitch, no, but spicy as in you could be like, I see what you mean, I see what you've done there, kind of spicy. So I think spicy. And then, have you ever dated two guys at the same time? Why do you want to know? Why do you want to know if I dated two guys at the same time? Have I actually? Okay, I'm gonna be totally honest and do not judge me. In varsity, I think I probably dated two guys at the same time. But it didn't last long because you think you can do it and then you're juggling classes. I think I was in like first year or something. You're juggling classes, you're juggling this one and you're juggling that one, and it just doesn't add up. So I think it didn't last more than a month. Yeah, it's not a good idea, guys. It's not a good look. I don't do that anymore, so don't judge me. And yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. It was just in a stage, and I'm past that stage now, so no. Yes, I've done it before, but am I doing it now? No, I'm not doing it now. Are you high maintenance? Okay, are you high maintenance? To be honest, my friends would say yes without blinking twice. Would I say yes? I think yes and no. I'm high maintenance in the sense that if you're gonna be a boyfriend, you need to be a boyfriend. It doesn't mean you need to financially support me or whatever, but you need to be a boyfriend. And maintenance doesn't just talk about, well, in my mind, it's not just talking about financial stuff. It's talking about, the emotional stuff you bring to the table, the emotions you bring to the table rather, the amount of time we spend together, and things we do together in general. So yes, I'm high maintenance. I honestly believe that if you want to be my partner or my boyfriend, whatever you want to call it, you need to be at a point in your life where you know that you are gonna be somebody's boyfriend, my boyfriend. So there's no today you're a boyfriend and tomorrow when now you're single vibes or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I am actually very yes, I am. You must know what you're doing. If you're trying to date me or whatever the case may be, you must be serious. You must know that whether you want to be in a relationship. If you're still confused or today you're in a relationship, you with the niggas, you here. No fam, it's not gonna work. You can show with your niggas, but you're not single at the end of the day. Why do you have so many friends? because of what I do, and I talk a lot. I'm generally a very bubbly person, so you know, I can talk to people and I can relate to a lot of people. So I know a lot of people in that sense, but am I friends with a lot of people? No. I have like a close circle of friends that I trust. Those are gonna be my, you know, when you have such a close knit of friends that you already know who your bridesmaids are gonna be. That's my situation right now. I have a few friends who I love, who I trust, and who I generally call my friends. What made you venture into entrepreneurship from a full-time job? So I think for me, I realized that I wasn't enjoying sitting behind a desk every day, waking up early. I hate waking up early. I hate it. So waking up early basically, and then going to work, and then having to sit behind a desk and do like almost the same kind of task. Yes, I was working at the time I started off at some I don't know how to describe it, but it was a sales company sort of, and I was doing the marketing side of things. Yes, you think marketing is doing the different things every day, but after a while it sort of feels the same. And the fact that I needed to be behind a desk to do it, I just love working from home, working from different places. And a lot of the time when you're working a 9 to 5 rather, you are limited to where you are. Sometimes you would go here or there, everywhere, but for me it wasn't working. And I think there was always this thing in the back of my mind saying, you know, you don't want to be here, and there's more to you than this, and you can offer so much more. So, you know, I started doing it like part-time. So, you know, selling ladies' clothes part-time, and it worked for the most part. And then I realized that I'm actually starting to enjoy, you know, doing stuff on my own more than I am going to work every day, working for somebody else and getting a salary. And then eventually I just thought, let me just do this on a full-time basis after I got fired or my contract wasn't renewed. I explained that in my previous video, like it was a long story, so I'm not gonna even summarize it here. So if you want to watch that video just to find out how I got fired, I'm gonna add the link in the description box for you so you can check it out. And I think ever since then, well, at first it's very daunting because you don't know if you're gonna get a salary or what's going on. It's not guaranteed. But as you get the hang of things and you sort of like have a sort of a clientele or client base that's stable, then you know that you're gonna be fine. And it's the most rewarding thing ever for me. I don't think I would be happy working a 9 to 5. Yeah, I don't think I'd be happy working a 9 to 5. So to answer the question that says, what made you venture in it? I think I just realized that I'm not a behind the desk kind of person, a 9 to 5 kind of person. I hope that answers your question. And then it says, how did you choose the current industry that you are in? I think I didn't necessarily choose it. It found me, because initially when I started doing my side hustle, it was hair. I was selling hair. It worked for a bit, and then I realized that actually maybe this isn't for me. And then I went to, because I had been selling hair to ladies, I then decided to sell female clothing because I already had female customers. That worked out for a bit, but you ladies are a problem and a half. Like, you guys, maybe you may know it, you may not know it. You guys give Instagram boutique people, yo, stress, awa, la stress. So I think for me it started becoming like more of a dealing with complaints of people that weren't even buying, that have never bought from me before, that don't know me, being asked, are you a scammer, and this and that and that. Then just one day I was just like, nah, this isn't for me anymore. Like, get sharp. So then I thought maybe let me try gents, and I had never like sold anything to gents. Like, everybody knows what they like on their man, or what they would like a man to look like in terms of dressing, but I hadn't really done it before, as in dressing men. I started traveling, so I traveled, I was importing clothing for men. I put it on Facebook, I put it on Instagram, and I got a lot of responses in that way. And that's how I met a lot of these soccer players, because I didn't know of any soccer player from way back then or whatever. They're all purely from Facebook. Facebook and Instagram, but more Facebook. And then that's how it started going, and then one customer will recommend you to another and another and another. So I think men's clothing and styling, it found me. It was something that if you asked me like in 2016, would you ever sell clothing to men, I would have been like, no, I wouldn't. But it found me. So sorry, I didn't decide on it, but it found me. And then the next question is, are you single? No, I am not single. No. I'm not single. I'm in a relationship with someone. And yeah, so far so good. I don't, want to really discuss him now, because you discuss things and then there's a turn of events. But yeah, I'm in a relationship and I'm quite happy with the relationship. Yeah, no, I'm not single. I'll just leave it at that. I'm not single. And then the last question is, how often do you travel and why? So basically, because I mentioned that I'm into importing men's clothing and styling, I travel almost every 2 weeks. And okay, so I answered the why I travel, because I import stuff for men. And now I'm gonna answer the how often. The how often part is every 2 weeks I travel, and I normally travel for about 10 days or so. So probably, not even probably, the next time I upload a video, I will not be in South Africa. So this background will not be there. It'll be a completely different background. So that's what I do. Travel, import stuff, come back, give it to my customers, dress my customers, style them, and that's it. So I think I've answered all 15 of the questions. But if you have any other questions that you would like to ask me or didn't get a chance to ask me before the time was up, because I asked people to ask me questions yesterday, pretty last minute, then you can just comment down below. Let me know what you think of the video. If there's anything that you'd like to ask me, like I mentioned, please like, please subscribe, and please share. And I really appreciate you watching the video all the way to the end. I'm really excited about the response I've been getting from people since I've been back. So thank you very much for that. And yeah, my next video is going to be about me traveling. So I think my flight will be 20 hours. So it'll be a 20-hour, how to survive a 20-hour flight or something along those lines. You should definitely be ready to see it next week, Thursday. Yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you on Thursday.